8:36 here, Big 550, KTRS. Kyle Parks, who has a development deal with the Food Network in development. He is also a part owner of the Cork and Slice right there on...
It's at 4501 Maryland, right at the corner of Maryland and Taylor in the Central West End.
You can't miss it. Also, you can hire him, and he will perform a dinner party at your house.
I like to say more so like miracles, but, dinner party.
One could call it a dinner party, others would call it a miracle. Chef Kyle Parks at gmail.com. Good morning, Kyle Parks.
How you doing?
First of all, a true shout-out and a thank you. We had you donated time and money and effort to the St. Louis Men's Group Against Cancer. We took 10 of our favorite listeners out for dinner on a 12, 13-course meal, 9-course meal, whatever. It was something insane.
It was 8 courses, right?
8 courses, yeah. A little trip around the world. But, we had a great time having you all come in and, feed you some good food. So
it was so delicious.
Yeah, it was delicious.
I'm very glad that
it
you
was
enjoyed
delicious, and Harvey and the gang were great.
It had a great group.
The food was, and there's something about eating in courses like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
There's smaller courses. They were so diverse and so different and so original. And yet, when you left, you were full, but you had like little snacks of 8 different courses.
Yeah. Well, you know what? There's something to be said about little snacks, and that kind of gets into the topic that we're going to talk about today. Right? I had a call yesterday, and people ask me all the time, "Well, how do I lose weight? How do I gain weight?"
Who calls you once to gain weight?
Surprisingly enough, my dad. He runs around like the Energizer Bunny. Now, maybe it's because he used to make the Energizer Bunny. I don't know. But he burns calories left and right. So he's like, I need to put on some weight. Maybe it's because it's getting winter time.
Right.
And, the boys are like, oh, we're gonna get out. We're gonna get rough. Go play some football or something like that. So he's got to get prepared. But I think a lot of times people are confused about how to eat. And there's a magic rule, and that's that you should eat 6 times a day. Now, some people are probably like, this dude must be crazy.
Right.
Now, it doesn't mean, okay, let's go have like a 7-course meal in the morning and then,
let's have
2
a
o'clock.
giant pizza 6 times a day.
Exactly.
Right.
We want to have kind of small snacks throughout the day. The larger meals keep from having a late night dinner, right before you go to bed or something of that nature. Because as you sleep, you're not really burning any calories. It's just going to all the places that we don't want it to go.
Right, it's going to the storage.
Unless you're getting ready for, some sumo wrestling, in which case,
Right.
eat hearty, take a nap, wake up, do it again. But I think what we need to start is, what is a calorie? I think a lot of times people don't understand, like, oh my God, calories, I can't have them, we all need them. A calorie, you like that voice, didn't you, Willie? A calorie is just a unit of energy, something that we can burn, right? So if you're going to sit in your desk all day, you're not going to do too much, you don't need too many. If you're going to run around the town, act all wild and crazy, fist pump like nobody's business.
Run a marathon, you're going to need more.
You might need some more. So anyway, losing. I probably get more emails about how do I lose weight. And we want to, burn more of those calories off. So...
But not every calorie is equal.
No.
Right.
It's like a snowflake. So there's certain things that we want to eat and certain things that we don't. We want to avoid the bad fats, frying everything, or a lot of the sugars. That's just going to go right to the love handles like nobody's business.
Sugars turn to carb. And carbs, right?
Something like that. Carbs turn to sugars. Break down into
sugar.
Carbs turn sugar turns.
Some carbs. You have good carbs. You have bad carbs.
Yeah, but sugar turns to carbs, doesn't it?
In one way, shape, or form, it all is a circle of life.
But if you eat too much protein, it just flushes right out through.
Absolutely. So really what we need is a balance. At least 3 of those 6 meals should have a starch, a vegetable, a protein. Good proteins would be, poultry. Every once in a while, throw some red meat into the diet. Having fish a couple times a week, not every day, will give you some good omega-3 fats. But everything, the key to life is, I guess, it's just balance.
Which is so hard because I'm not a balanced guy.
Nor am I.
I'm a one-way, 1,000 miles or nothing.
Yeah.
McGraw.
Yeah. This take a sip just doesn't really work.
Doesn't
for me.
work with you. It's more of a chug or a
Yes, exactly.
pitcher.
Yeah.
Well, on that sip note, if you were looking to maybe gain some weight, we want to encourage the appetite
For
by sipping.
Bob in South County who wants to gain some weight.
It's always
Stop-
South
we should-
County.
we
Three
should-
people.
We should stop programming to the one person who wants to gain weight out there.
But for those folks, if you have a glass of wine before your meal starts or a beer, kind of entices the appetite, encouraging you to eat more. But we may want to stay away from drinking while we're eating, even drinking water, because that way we're getting fuller on the water. We're not, really getting the sustenance that we need.
I know people who don't like to drink their calories.
But I've also heard that if you do have like a glass of wine, you should have some type of a fat to go with it, so it's not just turning straight to sugar.
I think this is the Italian trip that's coming to your head. It's like, oh yeah, I
I
should
think-
have some cheese.
No.
I think when you have a glass of wine, you should have another one to back up the
good
first one.
fat,
Hey,
good
hey,
fat.
here.
I'm talking good fats.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Some other good things, avoiding the salty snacks.
Yes.
All that's going to do is keep a lot of water weight in. Salt is going to retain all that moisture, so you end up having
You don't want to be bloaty.
a little bit, but they're so good.
know.
It's hard to turn around. Some good things to eat. Eating avocados, peanut butter is absolutely fantastic.
High in protein.
High in protein, but you have some wonderful fats that are within nuts too. So that way it just kind of keeps everything mobile, gives you a lot of energy that you can burn. Eating some fruits instead of those carbs, or not having that cake at the end of your meal.
Or the birthdays in the office, right? Every other week there's another birthday, and somebody brings in a cake.
Yeah.
Stop bringing in cakes. Bring in some peanuts or bring in some nuts.
Yeah, those salty snacks, absolutely.
Well, the non-salty. I got my whole natural.
Oh,
I
there you
know,
go.
but you
Almonds here.
can't. Don't
There
eat
you
the
go.
whole bag of
I didn't eat the
almonds.
whole bag. I eat
Show
20
off.
a day. Come on now. Get over yourself. All right, your dad's skinny though, huh?
He is. Well, it's kind of like me. You would just keep moving.
Well, you're short. Is he short too?
Yeah, and we had like these little Mario legs, so we're running around like Mario and Luigi.
What did
all
he do
day.
for Energizer?
So he used to make the Energizer mascot. So if you ever saw it out
What do
at
you mean he made? He
Really?
drew it or
You mean
No,
like the
designed it, or-
actual
the
uniform?
three-dimensional furry, three-dimensional one. He used to make Fredbird back in the day. Very talented man. Does balloon decorations, all kinds of things. Finale costumes. You can catch him at
Wait.
5500 South Kings Highway. Quick plug.
Wait, hold on. He was like Vince Vaughn in The Wedding Crashers. He made balloon animals.
He wouldn't do balloon animals per se. We'd hire people for the balloon animals, but to do a balloon release or a big decoration made all out of balloons,
Okay.
bride and groom, stuff like that.
I want a bicycle.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, where is his office?
So they're down at 5500 South Kings Highway.
Okay.
Finale Costumes is one of the companies. So if you're looking for Halloween costume
Oh, so
on
they
the
have
horizon,
Halloween costumes.
yeah, absolutely. Come on down.
I want to dress up as Kyle Parks.
There you go.
All right,
Small clothes, Baby Gap is where you're shopping.
Cork and Slice, a great restaurant. Check it out. Also, Chef Kyle Parks at gmail.com. Hire him to create miracles for your next. I'll tell you what, people should really hire you for a house party. Let you come in.
Those are my favorite.
You come in, you design the menu, you take over the kitchen. They sort of entertain for the night. And,
Sure.
yeah, it's a fun deal.
Their experience is like nothing else. So
Yeah, it's great.
Reach out.
Also, Chef Kyle Parks at gmail.com and at the Cork and Slice. Good stuff.
Thanks.
845, Big 550 K.